Good morning, students of 8th A. Welcome back on this online session of our SST classes. If you remember, last time we had done history lesson number 1 and we solved the exercises. I gave you some assignment. I hope you all must have done that. Now in today's session, we will be taking lesson number 1 of geography, resources. Now what is the meaning of resource? Resource means anything which is useful to us and has value. Now, useful to us and having value. Now, suppose I show you this small pencil and eraser. Some of you must be thinking, how can they be a resource? Because many of you must be throwing a small pencil or eraser in the dustbin or here and there because you think it has become useless. But just think about that child or student who is not having a pencil or an eraser. For that child, both these things will be so valuable and useful. So, they will become a resource for that student. Now, next part of the resource, types of resources or how the resources are classified. Now, if you see, resources can be classified on different categories. Suppose we say general category, it can be natural, man-made or human beings. Natural means which are naturally found in the nature, like trees, plants, animals, etc. Man-made means buildings, statues, etc. And human being means we all know you, we all come into human resources. That is a general one. Now, types of resources. Resources can be classified into different categories on different bases. According to your book, now we will be seeing they are classified on the basis of origin, on the basis of distribution, on the basis of exhaustibility, and on the basis of level of development. Means 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. On 4 categories they can be classified. Now let's see. On the basis of origin, resources are of 2 types, biotic and abiotic. Biotic. Can you make any connection? Yes, biology. And in biology what do you read? About all the plants and animals and life and all these things. Yes, so same way, biotic resources means the resources which we get from the living things like plants and animals, etc. Abiotic. Now opposite of biotic will become abiotic, means the resources which we get from non-living things like sand, minerals, etc. Now on another basis, on the basis of distribution. On the basis of distribution, resources are ubiquitous and localized. Ubiquitous, ubiquitous. Ubiquitous means you must have seen some of the things which are available everywhere, like air, sunlight. So they will be coming under ubiquitous category. Now second is localized. Localized means the thing which are found only in limited areas. Like suppose we talk about minerals. Every mineral will not be found everywhere. If you say iron ore mines, coal mines, they are only in fixed areas. So they will be coming under localized resources. Now next category is on the basis of exhaustibility. Now exhaustibility, you must be using this word, exhausted. Means they get over, they do not get over. So on the basis of exhaustibility, resources are into 2 categories, exhaustible and inexhaustible. Exhaustible resources means the resources which gets over after regular use. For example, minerals, petrol. If we'll continue using it, maybe after a few years it will get over and it will take millions of years to regenerate that resource. Now, inexhaustible resources. The resources which do not get over after regular use and can be replenished very fast. For example, solar energy, wind energy, etc. Okay, I hope you all must have understood. Now next category, on the level of development. On the basis of level of development, resources are of two categories, actual and potential. Actual resources, or we also use one word, developed resources. Now it means the resources which we are already using. For example, minerals, coal, iron, etc. we have already started extracting and using. So they will be called as actual resources or developed resources. Now second category, potential. This word you must have heard many of the time, having potential but not using it or not able to perform the best. Potential means the resources which are available but still not being utilized to their full existence or full capacity. For example, solar energy in Rajasthan, we are having such a lot of, but still we have not been able to utilize it completely. Same way, many of you are having the brain, but you don't use it for studies and all that one, just keep on wasting your time. So we can just say having the potential but not using it, okay, or not able to perform to the best. So this was the classification of resources or types of resources on different categories. Now the last part of the chapter is conservation of resources. Now what is conservation and why? Conservation means keeping the resources for the future use or using the resources in a proper wise manner. Now why? Different reasons, suppose we say. First is for the economic development of the country or of the world, because they are limited in quantity. You cannot generate all these resources in a very short time period. It takes millions of years for certain resources like minerals, petroleum, or which we say mineral oil, and for the future generations. Just imagine, suppose we have utilized all the resources now only, nothing will remain for the future. So for all these things, we have to conserve the resources or use it in a proper or judicious manner. I hope you all must have understood. So this was our chapter, resources. Now let's see some of the resources found in our surroundings. You have to identify from which category they will be coming. This plant, it will come into which category? Yes, biotic. And now the vase or the sand which is filled up into this will be coming into abiotic resource. Same way, if you just now I showed you so many things found in our surroundings are resource. But you know, out of all these things, the best resource is human beings. Now why is it so? Because human beings only will be utilizing all the natural resources or artificial resources by their skill and knowledge. Or can you imagine animals using the minerals or using the petrol, wearing all the precious stones as ornaments? No. So human beings is the best and the most important resource, because they will be only utilizing all the other things found in the world, and by their skill and knowledge only they can convert anything into a resource. So this was our today's chapter. I hope you all must have understood. So your homework, from your surroundings, just make a list of different resources and into which category they will be coming, as well as search the exercise questions. One more thing can be done, then you can stick any 2-3 photos of different resources. Like for example, if you are sticking the photo of a plant, it can be a biotic resource or a natural resource. Both are correct. Same way, aeroplane, bike, that photo if you are sticking, that will come into artificial resource. Okay, so see you in the next lesson.